One of my biggest goals is be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
The term no days off means the same thing for me. You can never stop the grind. You always gotta keep working. And my goal is to be better than I was last year.
Just me going out there and working hard every day just shows people that they need to be doing the same as well, and maybe even working harder than what they've been doing now.
So this is my ring collection. In total, I have 25 rings. And Tom Brady, I got more than you.
Zane's a different kid. I mean, the way he surveys the field, the way he looks at certain play scenarios. Mohamed Sanu, the wide receiver for the 49ers at one point, I mean, he was inboxing back and forth to us and him saying, man, great job, champ.
It's repetition, it's organic, you know, and the fact that he wants to do the work, the fact that his work ethic is great, the fact that he absorbs and retains information, crazy. You got grown men that don't do that.
I've been playing football for like 4 to 5 years. My job as a quarterback is to keep the team focused and to be a leader and to get the ball to the receivers. Whenever I got interested was watching people play football and watching my older brother play football, and that interests me into trying it. I wake up, I brush my teeth, I get ready for school, and then after school, I go to Coach Face, and then I have to go to my football practice.
My name is Larry S. Weathers Jr. I've been in Zane's life since he was literally 2 to 3 years old. I am his speed coach, I am his conditioning coach, I am his skill sets coach, and we work on just mentorship and an extra father figure at the end of the day. All this doesn't matter if I don't love him. Push. There you go, push, there you go, come on. There you go, good job. Zane right now was working on his functional work, his sprint work, his jump complex work, and then we stop that situation, and then we work on our skill set work, then I individualize it. So everything in reverse transition and these words that I use goes directly into all of whatever he's gonna do in life.
Training is hard because you have to take it like at 110% so you don't like slack off.
He wants to work. He wants to work. He's able to absorb information quickly. You know, that's a whole different thing.
It's really important to train because so whenever like you're in live game, you can use all the stuff that you learn and put it in. Sometimes like you could actually like make it work, but sometimes you might have mistakes, and that's fine if you have mistakes. My dad is my coach also, and he's like on and off the field. So he's like my coach and then my dad.
My name is Ebony Charles, and I'm Zane's mom.
My name is Wally Muhammad, AKA Coach Wallow, and I'm Zane's dad.
When he was 6, he started throwing the football with his brother. We were like, man, okay, Zane's starting to get a little zany with it.
I love how I get to throw the ball. I get to like tell them the plays, and I get to have fun.
He threw his bottle an incredibly long way as a kid. Everybody thought I was crazy. They said, man, he's special, he's got a gift. With James Jones, the NFL analyst, he came and watched him play in Orlando a couple of years back when we won our first national championship. It's just been uphill from there, you know, visiting camps and visiting schools, and Bijan taking pictures with Arch Manning at Coach Kenny Vaccaro, you know, invites us to, you know, this pro week, and he said, man, Zane's got something, you know, special.
My binky is probably the biggest thing on the field, like for me, because whenever people see me wearing it, then they'll automatically notice, oh my gosh, it's Zane. I like to play video games with my friends, and I like to do some family time, go to the movies, and go to my friend's house.
I'm really proud that Zane is who he is. He's very humble, he's very kind, he's very sweet, he's very loving, and with everything that he's been through so far, I just know that he's gonna be able to overcome anything.
There's local leagues right now that he can't play in, and it's sad because of who he is and his abilities. We're having to drive, you know, almost 2 hours out the way for him to even play places. But you know what? That's a sacrifice that we'll take as his parents.
So this is like what adds fuel to his fire. This is what makes sure he doesn't take a day off.
These are my trophies. This is for nationals in Las Vegas. One of my favorite trophies, one of them. This is Worlds 2022. It's like if somebody were sitting on a throne right here. My favorite of all trophies is this one from 7-on-7. This is probably the biggest and the shiniest one. My dreams is to try to make it to the NFL and to have good schoolwork and stuff. No days off, to me, is like you don't take like no days off.
I always thought baseball was gonna be my thing. I was a great pitcher. We had a state playoff game and I threw 70 to 80 pitches as an 8-year-old. Once I started to cool down, I was like, dang, Dad, my arm really hurts. My right arm growth plate was split and it was like a huge gap and I couldn't throw a baseball for a whole year. I became ambidextrous. My mom actually brought it up. She said, why don't you just throw with your left arm and just really trick your brain to think that you're a left-hander. I brought it over to football and my goal is to revolutionize the game with it.
You change hands when you do that, that's good. You're fortunate you can do that.
Wall walks, what I'm looking for here is looking at shoulder strength and stability, as well as core strength. So keep your stomach nice and tight on these. Don't worry about getting too close to the wall, Mikey, all right? Just get as far as you can. This is to help build a lot of strength and stability in those shoulders in overhead position. Since he is an overhead athlete, I need those shoulders strong.
My top 5 quarterbacks of all time are Tom Brady #1, Joe Montana #2, Peyton Manning #3, Aaron Rodgers #4, and then Brett Favre #5. When the ambidextrous, first ever ambidextrous quarterback video came out, they put it on ESPN and SportsCenter. I stared at the comments like all night. I didn't go to school for the next 2 days because I was just like looking at my follower count. It was just so crazy, the comments and stuff. That got me like really emotional. Not only just like the hate, but like all the positive comments, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I literally got off my phone for like 2 days. Sometimes hate can shut you down, but if you don't let it, then there's no way that it can. So me and my dad, whenever we see a hate comment, we just block them, we mute them. I've just realized that I need to shut down the hate instead of trying to go after it, because that does you no good. I feel like I was raised very well. I've gotten surrounded with great people that helped me be successful, great coaches, great teammates. I really think that's what helped me be more mature in who I am. We have a great first-year head coach. He's really taught us how to stay positive through tough moments like adversity. My first freshman varsity game was definitely very nerve-wracking for me. I felt like my team was counting on me. I felt like the whole school was counting on me, and everyone just wanted to really see what I could do. And then once I didn't really prove it, I felt like the whole world was going to be against me, and that was a big learning moment for me. You don't back down from adversity. You strike it right back, and you never shut down. Recently, we were down 21-6 late in the third quarter, and we really just stuck together, and we battled back to win 31-21. The NFL team I'd like to play for is Minnesota. My dad grew up there. He's a diehard fan. He actually made me become a diehard fan too. That'd be the dream team. My favorite quarterback of all time is Peyton Manning. That's why I wear 18. Yeah, right here, 18. I went down to Manning Passing Academy in Louisiana. I met Peyton Manning, Bryce Young, and a couple other great college quarterbacks. That was very cool for me, but I'd say who I model my game after is like different playmakers who like to change the game, like Lamar, Michael Vick, Patrick Mahomes, all these guys that totally take the game and put it in a different direction, because that's obviously what I want to do with the ambidextrous things. I want to try to change the game forever.
What I'm looking to do is get him quickly under the bar because we're building explosive movements.
He's driven. If you really want to excel in anything, you've got to have an internal drive.
As a team goal, I want to take us to the playoffs and then maybe even make it further. But as a self goal, I'd love to get some offers this season. You know, I'd love to build connections with coaches more and more and just keep my stats well. I've proven to myself that I can be great and earn it.
Mikey's potential is unlimited. As he gets older, his physical skills have gotten him to where he is now, but his cognitive skills are going to elevate him to another level.
I think being humble, that'll only get people to respect you more, and I feel like it makes you feel better as a person, and for me, it'll help me grow up to be a better man when I'm older.
It's a handshake for me. Handshake.
After high school, I definitely want to go to college. I'm thinking of going into sports management or communications. A lot of people preach that can't just rely on football because what if you get an injury, what if you end your career? I want to keep well in school. I have a 3.9 GPA right now. I want to keep my grades up and go into college with that mentality. But if I do make it to the NFL, I want to be successful and be up there with the big dogs.
I want to get more rings than Tom Brady.
Go! Stay! Go!
Austin has a lot of goals. College scholarship, that would be, one of the big goals coming up. He's got a good 7 years to go. If he plays well, his next goal would be to play in the NFL. If you believe it, you can achieve it, so I definitely believe it for him. His work ethic is off the charts.
His talent level at this age is phenomenal. I assume he's going to go up as an 8th grader and play varsity. He's very, very coachable, very intelligent, and a maturity level that's well beyond a 6th grader.
Here we are, live here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Kenny along with you here. We want to talk to a very special guest who's have some great things happening to him. Austin Christian, how are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Schools are back in session. Is it middle school ball with you right now?
Yeah, I'm playing middle school first year this year as a 6th grader.
What are your hopes and dreams? Where do you want to go, and where do you want to take this?
I have a list of all the high school records outside my bedroom wall, and I want to be on that top of the list. And we highlighted Tim Tebow's name because we want to break his record too.
I've got no doubt that you're going to get there. So good luck to you, Austin, and keep in touch. Let us know what's going on with you.
All right, thank you. Normal days, I wake up. I actually do a QBIQ online class with Chris Hickson. He can give you a packet of all the team's defenses that you're going against so you can prepare for the next game.
Let's go over basics, make sure we got it, right? Just cover 2.
Cover 2, 2, 4, 6, 7, bang 9. Cover 3, 0 through 6 and 8, bang 9, bang 8, bang 9 on hash. So the boundary would be 2, 4, 6, 7, bang 9, right? And then the field would be 0 through 6 and 8.
All right, 2-man?
2-man, 0 through 7.
Awesome. When I say break a leg, it doesn't mean break a leg.
Yeah.
That's the business.
All right, bye. Thank you.
What up, Austin? You ready to work, bud? All right, let's go. Start off with Icky Shuffle. Today, our main focus was on his agility, his ability to accelerate, decelerate safely and efficiently. On other days, we work on his linear speed and also his core and strength work. At this point in Austin's development, we want to make sure he develops great habits as far as his speed and agility technique, his strength technique, so that he carries those good habits on to high school and beyond. What I've noticed with Austin is he's got great arm strength, but even better yet, just great work ethic. That's gotten him to where he is today. Atta baby. There you go.
I started playing football pretty much my whole life. I got into football because my grandpa he played at Kent State and he was a quarterback there. And I just kind of built on what he taught me when I was younger, and I just kind of stuck. So this is the award I got from QB Universe. It says best QB in the universe. This is when I got a picture with Dak Prescott at Kenny Shaw's camp. He picked me first for his team, and we ended up winning the game, and I had 2 touchdowns. And then this is Peyton Manning. This is me fist bumping him. This is one of my favorite pictures, and this was right before he got chosen to be in the Hall of Fame. This is Trent Dilfer. He's the one who actually started the QBIQ system, and he won a Super Bowl. This is Cooper Manning, Peyton, Eli, and Archie. And this is me throwing right next to Peyton Manning. And this is the Brett Cooper Academic All-American Bowl. I got the Peyton Manning Award, the Aaron Rodgers Award, and the QB Champion Award for the 2 times I've been there.
Let's go. Bring it in, let's go. Wrap it up, let's go.
Austin's an incredible athlete, for one. It's just sometimes hard to remind myself and remind other people that he's still a 6th grader. His skill level, his skill set, his work ethic, his leadership is well beyond being a 12-year-old. It was an offensive day. We worked on our individual skills on the offense, and then played some team offense, full tilt.
It seems like the sky's the limit for Austin. You can just kind of feel his love for the game and for his teammates. But he's a great leader too, and his teammates look up to him, and he loves the game, so I think he's going to go far.
Cryotherapy is a form of therapy that is mainly used for recovery and pain management. Temperatures get around -200, -220. Definitely beneficial for a kid like Austin because he's training a lot, he's playing a lot of football, So he needs the maximum recovery he can get, right? So eating, sleeping, cryotherapy, what those are doing is helping his body recover and helping him be a better athlete.
When I'm not playing football, I'm playing guitar. I started playing maybe a year ago. What I like about it is like learning all the strings, and then you can put the whole song together, and then once you like play it with the actual song, it feels like you're just in the band, and it's a really cool feeling.
I'm proud of Austin because he is just such an awesome kid. School first, he continues to maintain straight A's, which we couldn't be more proud of. And then just his love and his passion for football. It is so much fun to watch and watch him achieve, everything that he wants to accomplish.
The person that's helped me the most is my mom by far. She's like the best person. She helps me with everything. She cares so much. She's amazing.
Austin has a lot of important people in his life, obviously, his brother, my mother, and my father that have both, helped him. He has a phenomenal quarterback coach, Ken Mastroli, and then to the top. And so Matt Frumelt and Josh Vogelbeck both work with him there. And then he also has his high school coach, Mike Damiani. So he's got a great bubble around him, and we're thankful for all of his coaches.
Advice that I would give to a younger football player is, yeah, I am that younger football player. I'd say, just if you're in a dry spot right now and you're like, oh, I want to throw further, I want to keep my arm out more when I'm throwing, I want to be more accurate, I want to throw a spiral. Don't worry about that yet, because it's all going to build when you get older. You got to take little steps, one at a time. No days off means to me, it's 365 days in a year. You got to work every single one of those days, no matter what. Work in your house, it doesn't matter. Go to a public park, find something to do. It doesn't matter, you just gotta get your heart rate up and just work out a little bit every day, you have to.
If I can make it to the NFL, I will.
He can do things that a lot of people can't.
Even in quarantine, I'm still working. I'm still staying at the top of my game.
Whenever he put his mind to something, he give 110%. That's the biggest thing for him.
You always gotta keep working, unless you'll fall to the bottom, and it'll probably be hard to make it back to the top. Those are all my Super Bowl winning jerseys or All-Star jerseys. This blue one right here, that was from my first year playing football, 6U. I was 5, I won the Super Bowl. And the second one was my second year 6U. I was a lot better from the first year to the second year. I was 6, and we won that Super Bowl too.
He's been around football since he was a baby. I was coaching youth football, so he's seen a lot of the high school athletes that I coached. And I guess that's what made him really, really like the game, because he was around it so much. And when it was actually time for him to play, he was about 5, and I asked him if he wanted to play. He said yeah, and he's been with it ever since.
We work out like 4 times a week in our garage because we have a weight set. We just work more strengthening the arms, legs, total body.
Him and his little brother work out together. His name is Jace. Jace just turned 7. He started playing football when he was 5 as well. Jace is a running back. A lot of the times I don't even have to be here. I write the workout down on the paper and they go do the workout. They definitely push each other. Once they get going, they work. They both work. It's time to go. They know. It's no nonsense.
Go. Hands up. Drop. Good. Corner here, linebacker here, but the flow of the defense is coming back here. We still inside, come back out, all right?
What I want people to notice about me is my quarterback smarts, and I want them to say that I'm the #1 dual threat in the country. Say, go.
Good job. Speed kick or power kick? All right. Do a slow motion first.
One day, me and my dad and my brother, we were riding on our bikes, and we saw a garage door open, and they were doing karate. It was like, oh, look at that. That kind of looks cool.
I think karate is something that teaches discipline.
I think karate's made me a better football player because it worked on my abs more, and that's what I need to have a better strength on the ball, more power into it.
Look at you. Nice job. Finish off good, finish off strong.
When he was 7, that's when he started full-time quarterback. And now as he's got older, the coaches, they kind of don't want to let him play defense anymore. You know, I would always ask his quarterback coach, do you think he's really going to be a quarterback though? Do you think he's really going to play that? Until you really like watch the tape and study it, and I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, man, he really can play this position. He's good. Like the instincts are there. The decision making is there. He has a knack for the game and that position.
I like it because you like to control the field and tell everybody what to do. I usually lead them. I push them in practice. Don't let them stop any runs. Push-ups, I tell them to keep going. I would lead them to a Super Bowl. A typical day through quarantine is I wake up, brush my teeth, go do my classwork, log on at 10. We check in with our teacher. She tells us what to do. We have our own computer and we do it online basically. Schoolwork is very important to me because if I don't have that, I'm not going to be able to make it to college ball, and if I don't make it to college ball, I can't make it to the NFL. Every Friday, me and my team and our coaches, we always have a Zoom. We go over some stuff, plays. We talk about everything that happened in school, in our family, all that type of stuff. It's like we're brothers. I do miss playing football with my teammates because I just miss them and I miss the game of football, really. I was playing soccer before I ever played football. First year, I really wasn't that good. I'm clumsy, so I would always fall when I had the soccer ball.
Soccer takes a lot of coordination. Once he started to train, and the coordination got better, and then we just kicked it up a notch, and it took him to a whole new place. He was actually like an athlete, so he played receiver, quarterback, running back, and he played defensive back.
Work. Good work, that's it.
Even in quarantine, the term no days off means the same thing for me. Can never stop the grind. You always gotta keep working. And my goal is to be better than I was last year.
I think the sky's the limit. I would like to see him continue to progress, you know, get bigger, get stronger in his natural development and develop into being the best him that he can be.
I've been coaching youth football 16 years now, and I've never coached a kid with Cade's ability.
One thing that makes me stand out from 11-year-old QBs is probably my work ethic. If you're better than me, I will try to be better than you. I first got into football when I was watching football on the couch with my dad, and I'm like, this looks really cool, so let's play it. And then we just started practicing in the backyard.
There was a moment when Cade was about 3 years old, and Cade comes running up the stairs, goes, Mom, Dad, look, I can throw a spiral. And then he bullets this ball across the living room, and we both look at each other like, is that like a normal thing?
When I wanted to be a quarterback, I was watching, I think, Tom Brady throw the ball. I'm like, he is really good. I want to be like him. So I started training.
He's at the field before I get to the field. I usually get to practice about 30, 45 minutes early every day, and he's out there with his dad warming up, throwing passes.
His work ethic, you don't find that in many 11-year-old kids. It's more the parent that's kind of driving him to do it. And what I like about him is he comes in and like if he makes a mistake, he wants to get better.
Go, really get down. There you go. Good, that's a good ball.
Quarterback consultant is I'm like a mechanic, right? Guy comes in and I'm looking at, I break everything down and fix technique. His first training, we started off with 5-yard throws because he was younger and he was like mastering them. So I was like, this kid's advanced. So I was excited to work with him. He had the arm strength, he had the tools. It was more just fixing some of the mechanical pieces.
I've seen Cade improve a lot over the last year. His arm strength, his IQ, his ability to read what's going on, his ability to know what everyone's job is on that play. Like literally, I'll call a play and I can see him in the huddle pointing at kids, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. The NFL quarterback that Cade reminds me the most of would be Joe Burrow for the Bengals. Just like the way he throws the ball and carries himself on the field reminds me of him a lot.
Cade reminds me of A little Justin Herbert, a little bit. His upper body mechanics, strong arm, right? I mean, really strong arm.
The quarterback I'm similar to is Trevor Lawrence because he's more of a pocket quarterback. I'm kind of that way too. I'm not really much of a scrambler, and he can throw like 70 yards. And I have a really good arm for my age, and I used to have long hair. So I looked like him and I played like him.
He goes to school 5 days a week during the school week, and then we train here at QBFT with Cleve 2 nights a week. And then in the evenings, he's got online classes with QBIQ. So it's a quarterback classroom setting where they put the quarterbacks through pre and post snap reads of the defenses, so you can get a sense for, as a quarterback, if my defense is showing this, here's how I need to respond and what I can anticipate. So a little bit of the classroom, and then also the on the field work is kind of his typical week.
Well, QBIQ is your awareness, right? I can train anyone to throw the ball. You can throw a beautiful interception, like I always tell a guy. It's about understanding where the ball needs to go. 80% of playing quarterback is the mental side, and his IQ is high.
It's definitely something that is not expected of an 11-year-old quarterback, to be able to read a defense pre-snap. Last year, we went to a QBIQ camp, and part of that camp, you have a book and flashcards and things like that, where it walks you through, as a quarterback, kind of like how you should be approaching the position. And he's just quick to apply that classroom learning to the field.
So I have a really high QBIQ because I've been doing that for about 2 years now. So I've like memorized it perfectly. If you're experienced and know like the QBIQ system, you'll say that doesn't work and that does, but a person who might not know say like the opposite, like that works and that doesn't.
He's an avid mathematician, and I think that is what's made him successful in classroom, even football settings too.
I got bragging rights at school. So we all made like a bet. If the Chiefs like lost, you had to do a really hard math problem that the teacher has to choose. But I won, so all of like the 15 kids that bet against me had to do a really hard math problem, and math is my favorite subject, so I did that equation like that. If you're a quarterback, you have to know what angle the receiver has to cut at in order for you to place the ball where the defender can't get it, and 2, where the receiver can keep running. It's meant to be the favorite subject of the quarterback.
I want Cade to, excel. So I want him to, go to college. I want him to play on a big stage. The aspiration is to make it pro, right? I get it. But I want him to be successful off the football field.
One of my biggest goals is be a starting quarterback in the NFL and win a Super Bowl. When you're in the NFL, you have to win a Super Bowl. Come on.
My goal is to make it to the NFL.
When he gets in that zone, man, he goes crazy. It's like he plays like mind game on the field. And he really understands where everyone is.
I mean, every time he just touches the field, it's just like when you need him to come into the clutch, he's got it. He can scramble, he can read the defense, so when he makes those throws, and you hear the crowd go, wow, like you just never get bored with his game. He just always keeps you on your toes.
Knowing your opponent's move is almost like playing chess. If you know your opponent's move, you're gonna have success, and that's kind of what he did. He knows his opponent's move.
For him to be the leader, that's just like, it's a God-given talent, and it makes us a stronger team and all.
John on everything. You need him roll out, scramble, throw a pass. I mean, he got it.
He got the juice.
He really dedicates himself. He wants to be the greatest of all time. And as crazy as that sounds, I tell him, why not?
I wake up and I eat breakfast. You gotta eat right. Then I go to school. 7th period, we have football. At 5 o'clock, we lift weights for like an hour. And I come home and throw, watch football, and then go to sleep and do the same thing the next day. I work out like fully, I say 4 times a week. And then the other days we watch film. I stay conditioned because we run a lot. But I throw every single day. You can work on your drop back, work on your throw, work on your mechanics, and you can be like a pocket passer and just learn all your mechanics and throw the ball super good. You can be a mobile quarterback, you can throw the ball good, but not your best thing and run the ball a lot. Or you can be a dual threat, you can run and pass. And I'm a dual threat, I can run and pass. Whatever you want to do, just train at that until you get good and then move on to the next thing. My coach is my dad. He's my middle school coach and he's my little league coach too.
He plays the game the right way. One thing I taught him is that you don't want people to say that you're good for your age. You're good. I said, be good. I said, if you're going to be a quarterback, be a quarterback. I mean, of course you can't throw the ball like Tom Brady does 80 yards, but you should look exactly like that within your realm. I think that's one thing we've always aimed for, perfection. Your footwork, your movement, everything you do on the field, look like a quarterback. Not a great little league quarterback, not a great 13-year quarterback, be a great quarterback. And I think he really takes that to heart. And then summertime, every morning, wake up and work out. Went to the local little park, and I set up little cone drills, and he was dropping and throwing the ball. And I noticed kind of in the far corner, there was a guy training the quarterbacks. I'm kind of looking as well, to know what he's doing. And he kept kind of staring at me. And Chad's going through all his drills. The guy walks up to me. I know he looks familiar. He said, hi, I'm Jeff Blake. He said, I've been watching your son. He said, I want to work with him. I love to train him and guide him. And that's been a blessing. Since then, he's always been a guy for Chad.
All right, make sure you understand the X's and O's and understand what defenses are trying to do to you and how to protect yourself. And that's all part of playing quarterback. It's just not throwing the football. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
Because high school is different than middle school. You're going to be playing with kids that are bigger, stronger, faster. You got to start hitting that weight room a lot more. You been in the weight room?
Yes, sir, we have.
So if someone tries to kill Chad's dream, it's kind of hard to do that when you have someone who's played in the NFL and had that kind of success, see something in you at a young age and believe in you, that it's hard to tell him no.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old.
Really didn't have the desire to put him in football early on. I just thought he was too young. I mean, he was so young. He was 4. I was like, you could play football at 4.
So I put him in football when he was in 4 for flag, and Terry kind of was like, whatever. We even went to Walmart to buy cleats because he wouldn't even allow us to buy him good cleats.
But I told him, you have to earn the good stuff. So he went out in his Walmart cleats and he played his butt off. Next year, he got some Cam Newtons, man. he earned it. But Chad himself was on YouTube and came across some highlights. And after watching, he went to the backyard and put his toys out and his buckets out and really was juking the buckets and the toys and kind of creating his own little drills. And I saw that he was going online every day and looking up drills and doing it on his own at 4 and 5 years old. And so after watching him do it over and over, I started to help him out. And kind of go out there with him and kind of guide him. And he kept getting better and better. And the buckets and toys turned into cones and ladders. And he just worked at it, and the rest is history. He had a lot of athletic talent. But once he got 9, I think he fell in love with the game. He started watching football. I mean, I'd see him record the football games and watch them over and over and over again. He'd YouTube highlights, and that's literally all he did. If he wasn't watching football, he was playing Madden. And so he actually understood the game after that. And once he understood it, I think the game slowed down for him. And so it kind of matched his talent with the mindset, and it kind of put it all together.
We were in nationals. That whole game, he was just diming us up, just giving us good passes and everything. In that game, he really showed his leadership, that he could actually lead and not sit back. I mean, he got it. Like, Chad's QB1, he got everything.
He got the juice.
Show me your dance moves. Come on. Just go in.
He loves life.
He loves his friends. He loves
and
life.
He'll tell you it goes God, family, and then football, and that's what he lives by.
He makes good decisions. And it's not because he's afraid. He just has a really good heart. He's a good kid, and he always wants to do the right thing because he really sees the big picture. And I think that he just doesn't want anything to get in the way, and he's laser focused.
I want to go to OU because they always bring in the #1 quarterback, and I'm the #1 quarterback. I mean, if you got the grades, you can get a scholarship to OU. So I keep my grades up and I play football.
So ever since he was even little to now, it's just that he's got an agenda and he's going to do it. So when he makes his mind up to do something, he's going to do it.
He wants to go to Oklahoma. He's like, that's what I want. I'm gonna focus on it. If it doesn't happen, I'll go somewhere else and I'll take another journey there. He has an old man soul, the way he approaches life.
One of the biggest reasons why I play football is to hang around my brothers. When we win all together.
Yeah, we're pretty obsessed with football. Say it's game time, 2 seconds left, you trust your brother to make a play.
They've been playing together for so long. That's the continuity. People wonder, well, what's the catch? It's not a catch. Yes, they're talented kids, but they work together. They encourage each other in a sense where it's not just one single person and, oh, I'm the best and that's it. No, they all work with each other.
They're like, they can play catch in the dark. Like literally, I'll see Chad look at Jalen and make a head nod. He'll nod back, and they know exactly what he wants, and then he'll break, change the route, and he's deep, and it's touchdown. And they kind of have an alliance. They all want to make it. It's like, no, it's a togetherness thing. It's not me, not you, it's all of us.
Of course, I wanted to make it to the NFL, but if I don't, I just want to excel at what I do and then see what else is up next.
He knows right from wrong and he knows where he wants to go. I know it sounds so biased, but I do see him going to OU. I do see him playing on Sundays. He knows that education needs to come first also. So everything that Chad Michaels told me he wants to do, there's hands down, I don't have a doubt in my mind, every one of his dreams are gonna come true.
He's so dedicated. I mean, he works endlessly. He's always working on his craft. His mechanics are great. If I tell him something, hey Chad, you did this wrong. 11 o'clock at night, let me show you how I fixed it. He wants to throw the ball to show me that he fixed it. So his dedication is what sets him, I think, over the top. Sky's the limit. Maybe we'll play on Sundays one day.
For me, the initial qualities that, in my opinion, sets Gaston apart from other athletes is more intangible than anything. Gaston's work ethic and dedication to his craft and art, and, training, it's to me, it's unmatched.
Good. When things are difficult, he finds a way to, like a lot of great athletes, of being able to mentally push yourself or put yourself in a different spot.
At the age of 8, I just saw these videos on YouTube and TikTok. I saw everyone working, and that made me really want to play football, and that's where I am now. Confidence is really big because when I started football, I didn't have a lot of confidence, and that really set me back. And when I started having self-talk to me and giving myself feedback and good feedback and talking to my parents about stuff, it really helped me, and that confidence helped.
What's interesting about Gaston is I haven't been around too many kids that do a private workout with the same intensity as a game, a practice, every rep, even a warm-up lap. He's competitive. He'll want to finish first.
When I step on the football field, I feel a little nervous and a little excited, but if I play quarterback or any other position, I feel like that's going to help me in life the most. I just really have that attitude of like, if I miss a throw in practice or in a game, I try to just throw it in the trash and get a new play and make another play and do better.
Here it is. My name is Joey Berglis. I'm a strength and conditioning coach. I worked in collegiate athletics for about 10 years. I've worked with schools like Texas Tech and Utah State University. I worked with players playing in the NFL right now. I coached Jordan Love for 3.5 years when he was at Utah State, getting to be one of the best college quarterbacks in the country. So I've seen that progression for him specifically and a lot of other quarterbacks of that journey of at 17, 18, 19, of them getting to 2021. One of the things that helps me now with individuals like Gaston is being able to take all those experiences and then reverse engineer a lot of the things that were either right or wrong or improvements over time with that to be able to put them into Gaston to try and help him become the best quarterback and the best football player that he can be.
The area that I've been focusing mainly on as far as Gaston and looking for even more improvement is his mid-range game. His mid-range game really made him stand apart in this last tournament, and that's one of the things that we're working on, and that's hitting the ball over the outside or inside linebacker, dropping it right over their head in that 12 or 13 yard range.
I'm really trying to work on everything. I know I'm good at some stuff, but the stuff I'm not as good at, I try to work on that the most. I feel like being more of a leader and being more of like a drill sergeant leader instead of like, hey, you get it next time.
So I've been working with Gaston as his strength and conditioning coach. We do a lot of performance training that's geared towards getting him faster, more explosive, stronger, and developing a foundation both now for athletic development, but then also in the future to maximize his performance when he's 16, 17, 18 years old. So one of the things that I think helps Gaston a lot and what I want to do from a coaching standpoint is to challenge him where he's currently at. So that means that when we're doing certain exercises or movements, everything's not always going to be easy. There's going to be times where we're going to see failure or we're going to see missed reps. But those are the times, especially at a young age, that learning from those, challenging him in those situations is going to get him better, both now, but then also down the line, 3, 5, 7, 10 years. Gaston is an extremely hard worker, especially at a younger age. When he comes in, there's not a whole lot of fluff behind what we do. He focuses, he pays attention, he works hard, and he wants to do his best.
What keeps me motivated is probably my family and my mom and my dad. They always trust me, and I know they care for me, and that's one big character traits that I have on the football field and off the football field.
Missing out on fun things when you're a kid isn't always appealing to everyone, and you could say you want to do it, but when it's time to actually not go to a birthday party or not go to your friend's house when everyone else is going over there because you're going to train, that's when it really shows if you really want it or not.
The legacy I hope to show in the sport is being nice to people and not being mean.
Dia is a quiet leader on and off the field. He's conscientious. He holds himself to a higher standard.
It's the way he plays the game with as much composure as he does, the way he is able to lead with this confidence that he exudes, and then the cerebral side of it is pretty special.
He just strives to be the greatest he could be at everything he does.
I've been around sports since I was like 2 years old, and ever since my grandpa played football, like college football for Morehouse University, so it's always been running through the family blood, and my dad's always been interested, but he never really played. He played in the NBA, but I've been asking for football helmets since I was about 2 years old, so really just always been a thing that I've loved to do.
He was asking for helmets, he was throwing footballs, him and his younger brother would be playing football in the hallway, so it was something that just came kind of natural and organic for him.
I was shocked at how much football information he can retain because he's basketball heavy. So for him to still have that balance to where he understands basketball but still finds time to put in the studying to understand football as well, it's amazing.
My parents always told me when I was younger, and still to this day, to just keep your head down, stay in your lane and work. And that'll get you as far as you need to go.
There's a fire there for him to be successful. He works really hard at the things that he chooses to do, and you know, it is a balancing act, like, because they are kids and you want to make sure that they understand that things put him in perspective, right? But he's got a drive, and for anybody trying to be successful in anything, we both believe that's really important. He's got that kind of innately.
You just see the natural talent there, you know what I'm saying, the natural ability. Now, his biggest thing, and he's always worked hard, that's another thing, he's always had great work ethic. I think the biggest thing for him was just the maturity and just, you know, and just getting older and you know, his muscles getting stronger and his movements getting stronger, his arm getting stronger. I've seen that jump from him now. Now you're seeing the talent meet the maturity, and now the product is starting to be exactly what we thought it was going to be. I think the next biggest thing, especially at the quarterback position, because it's tough, he was the backup quarterback last year.
From a kid who was a backup, that's a great, phenomenal athlete, now having a chance to see it from a different lens, with sitting on the sideline and actually seeing it firsthand without actually being in the live reps, I think it helped him out a little bit more to understand. So now that he walks into the light of a starting quarterback, it's a little bit more easier, because last year he had the opportunity to sit and see it and watch it and actually really get a feel and understand it for what he was looking for.
As a quarterback, you can't really be thinking about too much, because when you start to overthink it, that's when everything starts to like fly out of your head and you get all anxious and stuff. So you want to like practice it to the point where it's almost second nature, so that you can just do it without even thinking.
I've been working with Dia for about 2 years now, and just his natural athletic ability has stood out to me. He stepped up and was the man he needed to be, and he's going to continue to grow to be that man.
For accuracy, you definitely have to envision where the route's going to be, not really look at the wide receiver during the route. So when I train with my quarterback coach, you really don't want to look at the wide receiver while he's running a route. You want to look at the spot that he's going to be at so that you can hit that spot. And if he doesn't get there, then we just got to figure something else out. Well, I've learned a lot. I've learned that trusting people is like, it'll get you far, because like trusting him with my process and going through as being a quarterback has got me where I am today. It's inspired me to go to the next level with everything I could possibly do.
Come off of it, climb to it. Perfect, right there.
Leadership means to be able to lead by example and to set a good example for everybody around you, so that everybody knows they need to hold themselves to a certain standard.
When he was young, You know, I'd have conversations with him about like piping up and having a louder voice, and it just wasn't his style of leadership. And as I watch more people gravitate towards him and teams take off because of him and how people just followed him, it made me realize that there are more ways to skin a cat, right? You don't have to do it like that. So it's been pretty cool to watch him on his own little journey with that and continue to kind of round himself out.
He didn't gravitate towards what was cool, what was, you know, the trend or whatever. He always made his own path.
When I was younger, it was more the Russell Wilsons and the Cam Newtons, but now it's like the Patrick Mahomes and the Jalen Hurts and the Joe Burrows, just the relaxed like play style they play with and the free arm ability they have. It's just really inspiring. Vocal leader is definitely something that a quarterback has to do, but I'm one of those more lead by example type of guys because I'm not a really big talker. I've never really been into that, but lead by example has always been something I've been able to do because I'm really humble and I don't like to talk a lot. So just me going out there and working hard every day just shows people that they need to be doing the same as well and maybe even working harder than what they've been doing now.
Cross to the post. The ball.
You're watching No Days Off only on Whistle. Keep watching wherever you stream.